good afternoon to you all. I'm called Mangini Isaac, and currently today I would like to welcome you to the first Unshaken release for our first podcast, and gladly for all you who will be able to view this. This is going to be for our Gladly mental health campaign. We are called Unshaken. We are so far a team of 6, and what we are trying to do is we're trying to spread the awareness for mental health, because in our country there are so many people who are suffering from many mental health issues, and we as Unshaken have actually come out to gladly spread the awareness of mental health. And with me today, I've come with this is indeed the man who is called the tallest Muganda.
Sure.
And yes, he's called Joshua, and he is a spectacular footballer. He plays for URAFC, and at the same time, he is my OB, by the way, members.
Sure.
He is my OB, yes. This guy came from Deje. Yes,
Sure.
to all you who actually dislike the school. The school is nice. We are standing with our footballer. So, I don't know what you're considering. If you're considering, you go there. But yeah, I'm with Mr. Joshua, and he is as well also a psychologist. So today he has come to join me on our talk, and it's about mental health. So, Mr. Joshua, will you please introduce yourself to the people out there?
Thank you very much, Isaac. Thank you so much. Okay, Joshua Letiluwama here. I'm a professional footballer with GRAFC in the Startime Uganda Premier League, as well as a community psychologist, of course, having graduated with a bachelor's degree in mental health and community psychology from Makerere University. I'm as well as a mental health advocate and a mental health lead at Eye Care Foundation. Yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this with my young brother Isaac. Yeah, anything to do with mental health and then spreading mental health awareness. Honestly, we are good to go, so I'm really excited to dive into this. Thank you.
Okay, so this afternoon, actually, I'd like to dive into a beautiful topic. So a while back, I'd actually gone for a conference, and then among the captivating topics that actually came about was mental health support. So that's the topic that we're going to dive into today, and I was able to organize some questions which we're going to go through today.
Yeah.
So my first question to you, Mr. Joshua, is what comes to your mind when you hear about mental health support awareness, like in a society setting?
Okay, preferably I want to start by maybe defining mental health support. Yeah, in a simple layman's language, it's a spectrum. I guess you know a spectrum. It's like a group of things, allow me to say that.
Like a collection.
Like a collection of things, yes. Like you know, like the light spectrum and stuff like that. So it's a spectrum of given resources. Yeah, speak about people, ideas, things, anything in place that is going to help out in maintaining, one, improving, and then improving one's mental or emotional well-being. Simply, that's anything to do with mental health support. Like it's a spectrum, a collection of quite a number of things that are going to help us out in improving and then maintaining someone's emotional well-being or one's mental well-being. Simply, that could be mental health support. And then maybe back to your question, you did ask of how one can get the support, or what comes to my mind when I just hear the word mental health support. In simple terms, that's what comes to my mind when I hear of a phrase or something to do with mental health support. It is in simply looking out for those ideas, looking out for those resources, speak about the information, speak about anything to do with a technique that is going to help me out in improving or stabilizing my mental or emotional well-being.
That's a beautiful response, by the way. That's a very beautiful response. So my next question will actually be, what mental health challenges have you so far worked with? As you said, you worked with Eye Care Foundation. Yeah, Eye Care Foundation. So what mental health challenges so far have you worked with amongst the various adolescents or and other people who are most likely approached you, and brooding factors that could have enhanced these challenges to manifest in these unfortunate adolescents?
Yeah, okay, thank you. That's, by the way, a very brilliant question, and more so to the group of people that we're talking about, the adolescents. This is a certain stage in life whereby we tend to be so innovative and then looking out for things. I mean, we are not yet sure of who we are. And it's a stage at which, I want to do something, I don't want to do something. I mean, you haven't actually self-actualized yourself properly. And this is the stage we're talking about, adolescence. And then in there I also heard about something to do with the mental health related challenges. And then maybe somebody out there would be asking, what are these challenges? What is something to do with maybe a mental health related challenge? So like we know, mental health is simply the mental well-being of like everyone, like the mental well-being of somebody. That's mental health.
True,
and then
true.
speaking about the challenges, of course these are things that maybe alter our moods. These are things that in a layman's language, a few things that tend to stress us. Of course, not everything that stresses us, that it's a mental health related challenge, no? But then we shall be diving deep in there, and then we see that maybe when stress is at its most, and allow me say that at times it could be a sign or symptom of a mental health related what? Challenge. Okay. So these are the challenges that we're going to talk about. Are these things that come out when you're not really mentally doing okay? Like we said about the support, when you're lacking all the desired tools to help you out in what? In navigating the few challenges, your day-to-day life challenges. So these are the challenges we are speaking about today. And speaking about the adolescents, like you phrased in the question, there are quite a number of mental health related challenges that the adolescents really tend to have and tend to get and stuff like this. And then growing out in my experience as a psychologist, I tried to encounter quite a number of, allow me call them clients or friends or brothers, young brothers, the adolescents, that they have literally faced a bit. And when you speak about those challenges, allow me classify them. That there are those that, that are not so common to a layman. Like we've all watched movies. You've heard of schizophrenia, and people tend to like such words. Schizo, what? Those things. So those are, you see, those are not so common amongst us. But then we have quite a number of challenges. We have insomnia, that is brought about due to lack of sleep. You know, these are phrases that we even tend to hear from, and to see even in the movies and stuff like that. But then I want to start with very simple ones that are a little bit common amongst us and so common amongst adolescents. We've spoken about the stress, and this stress that stress and anxiety, you know, and these anxieties and the stresses, they come due to quite a number of things. Speaking about adolescents, these are people that are in school-going ages. You know, they're in high school, they are lower secondary school, or they are lower high school. You know, they have started up issues to do with, you know, a little bit of dating, you know, those things.
Indeed, that's among the few things.
You know,
actually
heartbreaks coming there.
You know, when I told a friend of mine I wanted to become a cardiologist, I actually wanted to become a cardiologist when I grew up. So I told a friend of mine I wanted to become a cardiologist. And a friend was like, so you want to go start preparing for heartbreaks in high school.
And by the way, along the way, we shall see those are the myths that come along. Even speaking about mental health, there are given myths that are around there. You see, people tend to think that anybody that is mentally challenged, I'll use a Luganda phrase, they call them Oyomularu, you know?
Yeah, they normally say that you actually have to go to Utarika because of the same issue.
But yet, that's not the truth. So as I was speaking about the challenges, you know, these are certain things that bring about all those mental health related challenges. Like I spoke about the adolescents in lower secondary, they tend to do some dating. And like you know, all of us know, these come with a lot of issues. Speak about the heartbreaks.
And then the financial
anybody can just see it as just a heartbreak, but then you've seen it that it goes beyond, and then such people start even thinking about some suicidal thoughts. And these are all challenges that are mental. They have suicidal thoughts. And then we tend to see some people, when they are overly anxious, speak about the papers that are soon, the results that are soon coming out, you know. So people are anxiously waiting for that. And then it puts their mental health toll to a check whereby they're like saying, did I pass or not? What is daddy, what is mommy going to say? If at all I fail, what if I change school? What if what? So all those thoughts that are running through their head, before you know it, they're going to have a huge mental health toll on them. So before you know it, they're going to start having some mental health related issues. So maybe back to the question, with the adolescents, the most common mental health related challenge that they face are anxiety, the stress, then some depression in here, and then of late, suicidal thoughts. due to a number of things that that are tending to come up here. And then of late we've also registered some cases to do with the scroll trap. I don't know if you know something to do with the scroll trap.
Oh,
and the scroll trap
like when you just on TikTok.
Those are issues with our phones, brother. There
Actually,
are issues with our phones.
That normally catches a lot of people,
You know,
like,
so it catches up with quite a number of adolescents. You know, TikTok is here.
Indeed,
Quite
IG
a number
reels
of,
and
you know,
like,
those
oh
things.
my
So
God.
before you know it, you might even miss up on sleep when you're enjoying TikTok.
Yeah.
And this has brought about quite a number of mental health related issues. More so amongst the adolescents. So that scroll trap thing, it has really come up so much, and it's killing up quite a number of adolescents with mental health related challenges that come along with it. Yeah.
So let's see. The next question is, so what within that work that you've been doing as you work with iCare Foundation,
Yeah.
so what are the possible or the various beliefs that you've had, or various beliefs, norms, or perceptions from different people? Like when you come and tell them that today I'm gonna talk to like for example, let's say that you're going like to people like who are adults, like let's say just be like, so today I'm gonna have a talk to you about mental health. So what are the most various or the most common beliefs and norms that you've actually ever had of them and their fellow colleagues?
First and foremost, when you go back to our different communities, and like you know, mental health hasn't been so much taken as a priority in our country. That's very bad because I can really assure you that quite a number of people actually don't know what mental health means. You know, so when you tell them that, you know what, I've come to speak about mental health, and mental health is this and this and this, so they're like, agamba dichi, you know. So like society is literally green about mental health. So there is need to create even more awareness for the people to get to know about what mental health is and how important mental health is to their life, because mental health is as important as physical health, because anybody that gets a mess in their body, they are not feeling okay, they run straight to the hospital. But then they don't know that mental health is as that important as maybe physical health. So back to what some of the feedbacks that we get, maybe when you go out to communities and societies, and the various maybe myths or anything that they speak about mental health when you go out there. To some, in some societies, by the way, they think it's something to do with maybe bewitching somebody. So when, yes, I've gone to societies and then I've told them that, you know what, in regards to what I'm seeing, due to these various assessment maybe tools that I've used, or something to do like with that, maybe this person is having, maybe this person is overly depressed. So for them, they're like, techisoboka, you know, and this is in Uganda, they're like, techisoboko mwanange muloge. You know, I mean, they don't know that it is that the person hasn't been bewitched, but the person is having challenges that are mental, and of which those challenges are normal. Like the phrase goes, it's okay not to be what? Okay. But then the fact that this person is not duly sensitized, he knows nothing about maybe depression, he knows nothing about anxiety, he knows nothing about stress. So this person just goes straight and says, my child, my cousin, my niece was what? Bewitched. Yet it's not a fact. So it's really absurd that some societies take it for maybe bewitching. Some take it for maybe one person being a little bit weak, because you go to some societies and then they're still encouraging people to man up. How can you, like you're encouraging an adolescent to man up? I mean, they have been a little bit even stereotypical in trying to find names and trying to term up things on people.
Actually,
yeah.
In some okay, like at our school, like they take it that okay. In most cases, like they are normally open up to counselors and everything, but in most cases they always be like to a boy. Or they actually always be like, okay, like this guy online on TikTok, so he's like as a man. So like you know in high school and everything, say as a man, why are you getting emotional?
You know,
and then they be like everyone actually has to go through some stages of life, but you have to be at a low point to actually learn from it. But in most cases, people actually stereotype you. It's actually a huge factor that actually makes so many people, you know, get undermined in school. It's actually a way of life.
Yeah, it's